Good Sunday morning, everybody. Oh, yes. Universal Hollywood doing parking right. Look at this. Wow, wow. Universal City. Universal Hollywood. This is gonna be fun. We're inside a City Walk now. This is ridiculous looking, like, it's like Bizarro Orlando. Oh man, this is gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I think we're gonna start on the lower level first and then head up. This is so bizarre to me.
So, like, we're like in Bizarro world.
Right? I like this guy cleaning the cab. Oh, it was a movie prop? Wow. That's ridiculous.
Blue collar?
I guess so. You can see popping over the top here, Hogsmeade. Look at that. Just past Shrek. Should we take a picture with Shrek and Hogsmeade in the background? Oh, nothing's open yet because it's not 9. Gotcha. I was like, why are these people standing in line for Shrek? There's a private or special event going on in there right now, so we can't go in at the moment. We're gonna go and experience the rest of Universal Studios right now and then come back up. That looks awesome with the castle straight down. Heading into Springfield. They're still playing the Bartman though. Lard Lad, Krusty Lou Studios. Phineas Q Butterfats Ice Cream Parlor. Suds McDuff Hot Dog House. This is brilliant. I love this. Oh, look at Sideshow Bob escaping from the prison right there. Then there's the nuclear power plant. Here is the Simpsons ride, like Krusty Land. Here's the Duff Brewery. This is awesome. Wow, I can't believe how much better this Springfield looks than ours. This is ridiculous. There's Moe's. The Springfield sign up there, Cletus's Chicken Shack, and the Aztec Theater. Oh, sorry. Oh no, Dr. Nick's. Oh, this is weird. That you can see the castle right there, and then the Springfield Police Station right here. Huh. Oh wait, what's this? The Springfield Department of Motor. Oh, the DMV. Brilliant. There is so much more here than we have at home. Now we're gonna go down to the lower lot. There's a nuclear meltdown happening right now. Or I don't know, some of those like cans just started shaking. This is bizarre. What the heck? Look at this. Holy macaroni. This is so bizarre to me. What would happen if these moving walkways stopped the same way that ours do at home? This is insane. Look at this crazy road right here. And there's a Universal City sign right there. Way cool. I can't think of a better soundtrack to looking at the mountains than, who's this guy? CeeLo. So number 3 is Warner Brothers Studio right there. Number 4 is Walt Disney Studios. Where's that?
Straight ahead, right next to ABC, past Warner Brothers. It's a real tall building past Warner Brothers.
Okay, so like that blackish building there.
It's like gray and green with a spike.
Okay, yeah.
That's ABC, and to the left of it is Disney Studios.
Gotcha. 2 is the King Kong Experience, which is like right here. Oh, that's crazy.
They're doing construction right now.
And number 1 is the world famous backlot.
And right there is the clock tower from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
The clock tower. That's Hill Valley from Back to the Future.
Wow. This is where we're headed, down there. Look at Jurassic Park. This is awesome. We're still on an escalator. We're down on the lower lot and we are going to look at stuff. There's Jurassic Park and the mommy here. We're going to ride Transformers and I think it's the same as back home. I like this. You see that? It says no wait. Yeah, I can't wait to be a freedom fighter on this coast. We're gonna save the world. Like a huge amount of bass in here with the Allspark. It's like the longest walk-on that I've ever had. We're still trying to walk. Still walking on. Still walking on. We're still walking. I feel like we've walked probably like a half a mile. So this ride is a clone of ours back home. So yay! I can't wait to ride it though. We totally beat Megatron.
Thanks for making the challenge. Let's head on back to base.
Is there a VW bug over here? There he is. Here at the TimTracker, we bring you the hard-hitting facts. This ride is exactly like Orlando, except there is one spray of water that is different. So now you know. Raptor encounter is just happening, so we get to see Hollywood's Raptor encounter.
InGen is proud to present our featured Velociraptor.
Good morning, Drew. Straight waist, do the shake waist, nice and tight. Good job, gang. Hey, hey, on me. Steady now. You okay? Finish your little picture. You okay? Watch that chain, watch that chain. Excuse me. Hold up, hold. Steady, girl, steady. Give me the chain. Okay. Steady. Oh, stand down, now back. Back. Back, girl. Steady. You're okay. You're just a guest. You're fine. Back. Easy, girl. It's okay. Good girl. Hold. Good girl. Good. Hold the shape. Shape. Tight. Excellent. Hold. Okay. So since we all feel safe, I'll take that yes. We're gonna release these chains. We're gonna release the chains. We're gonna be just fine. You'll be fine. I got your back. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Steady girl. That's my girl. Amazing. You're okay. Good girl. Hold. Good. Still a round of applause for Zula. Well-trained Velociraptor, if I say so myself. Now hold, girl, hold. Steady. Before we begin, I have one important rule. When you come up for photographs with Zulu, I need you to remain, hold, girl, hold. Steady. I need you to remain at a minimum 7 feet distance. The safe distance. All right, good job.
We are heading into the Mummy now. Once again, I am not allowed to film on any of the rides at Universal. I don't know if I said that already or not, but I can't film on any of the rides at Universal. So we are just going to like give you our reaction after the fact. Grab that book.
Grab the book?
Yeah, grab it.
Is it safe?
Yeah. Oh, nothing happened. Ding dang.
Nothing happens?
It was so much fun. Holy cow. I want this Mummy in Orlando. That was like a lot of fun. Huge backwards section. Super good time. I would ride it a million times again. I do wish that there was more Brendan Fraser in this one. There wasn't any Brendan Fraser. So, I don't know. It was fun like projection mapping and like projections and like animatronic hands and animatronic emotep. It was awesome. Fun fact about Universal Hollywood, you don't have to remember your locker number. You just say, I'm reopening a locker, and then you put your finger down and it's like, oh, it was this locker. So, there you go. That makes it easier. We're gonna try to ride Jurassic Park next. I don't want to get soaked, but we will get soaked. Look at Steven Spielberg's signature, Roar, 1996. Pretty awesome. They must have had to cut it out. So Jurassic Park is not open. It says opening soon, but it's not open right now. I don't know why. Heading back up the escalator, listening to Pharrell. The escalator up looks a little bit crazier than it does coming down. It's so big. Now that we're at the mid-level, I wanted to zoom in on the backlot for you guys. And also, I will admit, when Adam was pointing out the clock tower to me, I didn't see it until just now. There's the clock on the top of the clock tower for Back to the Future in Hill Valley. So all of this backlot here is Hill Valley?
Yeah, just a little square.
Just that little square?
Spielberg's Emblem Entertainment is off to the left there.
That white building?
Where the white building is, that's Spielberg's office area.
Oh, that's crazy. We just checked back at Hogsmeade. They're still doing their private event. They said, we asked them, we said, when do you think you might be open? He said, still in technical rehearsal, so we're hoping in the afternoon. So, you know, that's sort of like the give and take with coming before it's actually officially open, is you don't know if you'll get in or not. Oh, I miss Disco Stews. Disco Stews, Disco. That's hard to say. Look at the bathroom signs here in Springfield. Homer's like, ooh, donuts. Heading into the studio tour hosted by Jimmy Fallon.
I didn't know it was hosted by Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. Oh, you can see the WB lot really good from here. And this beautiful, beautiful music for no reason whatsoever. And it's like, it's very epic sounding down in the back lot. Oh! Look at Hogwarts Castle, sorry. And there's the, what is that called? Like the outside. I can't even talk with this music. It's blowing my mind. Like I can't even think straight because there's so much crazy music going on right now. This is E.T. that we're listening to. Hopefully it's not copywritten, which it is. Darn it. We're heading into the tram tour right now. Maybe I guess right here? Yeah, I don't know.
Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guy.
Tiffany.
Yeah, he does. Tech Services Warehouse for the Thunderdome. I don't know what that means. Classic Universal movies. American Pie.
Just a few short moments. But we're going to be seeing the first of many of our sound coming up in just a little bit.
Who was that guy?
You'll see it on the left-hand
I think that was the guy from The Sopranos. It wasn't. Soundstage 12, host to The Voice.
Happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal lot. Take a look.
Well, thank you, Carson. Now, guys, while Soundstage 12 is definitely the largest of our sound stages in the front lawn, it's not the only one we use, though it has been responsible for some amazing Universal classics, such as Frankenstein. So for those of you
home
that
to
watched the show, you know
CSI.
that the script was actually based out of Las Vegas, but guess what? The cast and crew never really needed to go to the actual city of Las Vegas itself because they managed to recreate
there's some
most
bikes
of it within
inside
the
of
Walt Disney
Soundstage
Soundstage on the
24.
left-hand side. Now, Soundstages 23 and 22 have recently been taken over by a brand new show by the name of Superstore, starring Ben Feldman and America Ferrera. Just recently made its debut on NBC. Soundstage 27. It was once home to Ron Howard when he did Apollo 13. A lot of its major action sequences took place within the walls.
I wonder
of
whose
Soundstage
trailers
27.
these are. They're
It's
from
actually home to
the Mini Project.
These days, starring Mindy Kaling. And Mindy Kaling used to be a series regular and a former writer for an NBC hit show by the name of The Office that ran for 9 very successful seasons. So, we've talked about a lot of television so far, right? Because we usually film more than one show here at a time. Currently, we have 2 going on. We've got Crowded, and we also have Telenovela. Now, Telenovela stars Eva Longoria, and she's one of the few celebrities really familiar with both the Universal frontlot and backlot because she was here for several years filming Desperate Housewives. Now, we don't just do television here, we do films here as well, which is why Soundstage 44 on our right-hand side was home to Furious 7. Now, personally, that was my favorite time to be here in the front lot because you can almost always spot Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson walking around here somewhere, and he's so cool, always in a good mood. And if the trams were here long enough, he would actually come over and say hello to the guests that were in the tour. So much fun, always in a good mood. So we want to make sure that everyone we work with here at Universal is just right here in the Universal front lot.
Oh, yeah.
This is back in the era, though, that if you were an actor, you were only allowed to work for one studio at a time. So when the stars were here, they were here for weeks, sometimes even months, depending on how many projects they were slated to do with us here at Universal.
Stewart Avenue.
This is also back in the day that if you were a director, you usually wanted to work with the same actors and actresses in all of your productions. One
These
director
used to be
very familiar with
dressing
that
rooms, but
concept
now they're
was
just
the
offices.
Our metropolitan section is home to New York Street, which is actually what we're going to be seeing when we first go up the hill. Once you see this street, you're going to recognize it from Captain America, the First Avenger, Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2. Let's see, raise your hand if you're a fan of the show How I Met Your Mother. Anytime you saw those characters walking around New York City, they were walking around on our New York Street in the metropolitan section. Very famous part of our
they're filming a
John Landis
commercial up here.
Now, speaking of Steven Spielberg, he's one of the most high-profile directors that we ever worked with here over the years. But we also work with Peter Jackson, the man responsible for bringing us King Kong 360 3D.
Island, you're encountering monsters and creatures
With the Mickey Mouse
from,
jacket on there.
times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back just
Peter Jackson. Oh. Ooh. Oh.
Okay, glasses on everybody. We're back in Skull Island.
Ugh. The glasses aren't on. Sorry. Ooh. Wow, that was pretty neat. Uh-oh. Here he comes. Whoa. Ah, I got all wet. Where did he go? Oh no. I feel bad for those people in the back. Hey! Right? There he comes again. Yeah. Oh no.
The tents. When they do Halloween Horror Nights, it's all down here too.
Oh, that's cool.
All through the back line.
Oh, they got craft services going down there. Heck yeah.
You have to take into account that people are looking at all the cameras from this way.
A bunch of like trailers down there for the commercial they're filming. Oh no, and that's where we just went.
Alrighty folks, just hold on to those 3D glasses. I'll tell you when to put them on much later for Fast and Furious Supercharged. Some of these cars have gone on to be more famous than the actors that drove them.
Here.
And that's where you won't be missing anything but everything
a bunch
in our
of different benches and stuff down there.
Side. The first one on the block, got a few Back to the Future vehicles here with us today, some Flintstone vehicles, well, that means foot power and that equals cardio, so that's a no for me. I don't know about you guys, but we can't talk about cars without mentioning these bad boys, the Fast and Furious vehicles. We love them just as much as we love the actors that drove them. Now the most recent additions are the Jeep Wrangler and the Gyrosphere from Jurassic World. Personally, I think the Gyrosphere is my favorite. Now here at the very end, we're going to check out a few awesome Transformer vehicles. Take a good look at that Army tank though, ladies and gentlemen. That's almost 100% made out of wood. Not much of that is metal, not much of it is steel. We just kind of painted it on certain places to make it look as authentic as possible on screen. Now we're going to head on over to a part of our lot which is technically an extension of our picture car department, but it actually goes by the name of Engine.
Made out of wood.
And I'll hope you know where Engine's from.
I would have never guessed that.
Oh,
for you, but usually when we experience water on screen, it's in the form of rain. And the rain that you're seeing in that scene, it didn't just happen by chance. We had to make it rain here.
Yeah, make it rain.
Now we can do just about anything when it comes to weather patterns. And now we have rain. Because unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this part of the lot is susceptible to flash floods. The rain you're looking at is just water that we're shooting up through an overhead sprinkler system right above the tram. We're letting it fall down to the ground with a little something we like to call gravity. I know what a concept. Now see, sometimes water needs to look a bit more vibrant on screen, especially if it's in rain form. So what we do, we actually add a little bit of noble powder to it prior to putting it through the sprinkler systems, and it looks much better on screen. Now the running joke in Hollywood is that the film Singing in the Rain should have actually been named Singing in the Milk because it was about 70% milk and 30% water. There's a lot of water right now. Cars 3 and 4, it's a flash one. It's going to come right for you guys. I'm so sorry. We didn't quite make it down here. We should be up here. Okay, up here. Cars 1 and 2, right? We should be fine. Yeah, I may or may not have known that was going to happen. You're welcome. Movie magic, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You're going to recognize this part of a lot called Old Mexico and the amazing flash flood from this scene from Big Fat Liar, starring Frankie Muniz, Amanda Bynes, and Paul Giamatti.
Oh, so they like built that for Big Fat Liar.
Now we're driving through the rest of Old Mexico right now, and here in this portion we filmed a good chunk of the movie Three Amigos, starring Chevy Chase, Martin Short, and Steve Martin. Now also Lady Gaga has filmed many a music video here, none of which I can talk about unfortunately on the Universal Studios Store, but I'm sure if you're a fan of hers, you're recognizing this set from a few of her music videos. There's been many a cowboy to mosey down these streets, John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Kirk Douglas, and my favorite cowboy, the legendary Clint Eastwood. But unfortunately when those guys were in town, well,
this is the Western scenes from Saving Mr. Banks.
That's crazy.
The bank and all that he worked in.
Pay extra close attention to the doors here. You'll soon realize that no door is the same size. Some are taller, some are smaller, some are broader, and some are much slimmer. If you were an actor during the Western days and your director felt as though you didn't look macho enough on camera, you laugh. But you would have been placed in front of the smaller doors to make you look a little bit bigger. All we have to do to make you believe that this is Central Park, which we have made you believe that this is Central Park in many films, all we have to do is show you the city skyline of New York, cut to something happening on this patch of grass with the camera at the right distance and angled appropriately, and it looks bigger. So your mind actually believes that we went to the real Central Park in New York City to film that scene, but really it's Park Lake right here in the Universal backlot. This is the same body of water that Peter Jackson made you believe was an ocean in his version of King Kong, but it actually took up over 800 pages. Like we just saw. In fact, the original gorilla for King Kong was only 1.5 feet tall. So that director, they needed to know his camera angles in order to make a toy look ferocious on screen. Now as we drive through here, guys, let it sink in that you're actually looking at Tortuga from Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. This was also Genovia from The Princess Diaries 2, or Royal Engagement. And these cobblestone streets that we're driving over are the same streets that Michael Jackson once walked on for his Smooth Criminal music video. So there's been a lot of history here in Little Europe. Port of Miracles coming up on the right-hand side is almost completely solely dependent on making Dracula. Believe it or not, we just celebrated Dracula's 85th anniversary, both the English and the Spanish version. The English version was filmed during the day, and then when that wrapped, another actor would take over the role of Dracula, and they filmed it at night for the Spanish version. Pretty cool. We do have a lot of other vampire history here too. On the right-hand side, these trees we're seeing are the trees that Angel and Buffy met in Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the first time. So, a lot of vampire history here. Now, Soundstage 50, which is what we're headed into right now, we're going to be parked here for 2 minutes because I wanted to show you what we're capable of doing within the walls of a soundstage. This is the only soundstage that allows a tram inside of it. This is also a hot set, which means it has full effects. Sorry guys, I think we might have triggered the effects with the tram, so we got... Okay, guys, just hold on, we're going to try to get out of here. As the emergency exits are not opening, so we're going to be in the front of this road. Oh my gosh, watch out back there, car 3! That is a huge truck headed your way. Everybody just scoot in back there and hopefully it doesn't catch on fire.
Hopefully it doesn't catch on fire.
Oh no, guys, not the subway. If the subway derails up here, come on, we're down. No, take cover! Okay, I think it's down. What is that sound over there on the right-hand side? Oh, that water! See, I told you guys it would be refreshing to go get her. Now, guys, that was an 8.3 on the Richter scale.
Got Pinto up there.
I don't really know why it went, but hopefully that's as close as we're ever going to get. Now, not too long ago, there was an episode of Bones that filmed us at Soundstage 50. Bones is a show on Fox starring Emily Deschanel and David Boreanaz. They used it as just a normal subway station, but they also utilized our 8.3. You know what? We've been put through so much today. I think we deserve a little break, which is why I'm going to actually take you on over to Universal Studios' latest and greatest vacation resort, the small New England town by the name of Amity. Yes, this is the same town that the Great White Shark once terrorized, but as you can tell, we have nothing to fear. We caught the shark. Actually really amazing. I think that's him in the bubbles. What's that? Oh no. Guys, is that a shark or is that a dolphin? That can't be a shark. Georgie, you gotta start swimming like yesterday, man. You guys did not catch the right one. That's not a dolphin. George, don't pet it. George, what are you doing? Okay. What? I can't hear you, George. Just scream if you're okay. Oh, he's fine, so. Oh no. Woo! You know what? That fire feels kind of good. No. We have to stay focused, guys. Let's stay focused. We gotta find that shark before it finds us. It's my favorite thing when people scream like that. No. Right? Okay, good. Now I know what some of you may be thinking. I don't know. Scream at all. It's so big. Say that. Okay, I heard you guys back there. As fake as it may be, it works for us whenever we want. All we have to do is press a little button to make that movie magic happen, and the shark goes in and out of the water whenever we want it to. That was absolutely not the case for Steven Spielberg, though. The first day he took his shark out to the ocean, it decided to sink all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, it was very sad. But you know what? Steven Spielberg is a trooper. He managed to persevere, even though he had to add a whole extra 100 days to filming Jaws because the shark gave him so many problems. Here's a few scenes from Jaws, the first ever summer blockbuster and one of the best psychological thrillers of all time. The shark's nowhere to be found because it did not work that day for Steven, so he got really creative and he had to actually turn the camera into the shark, which is actually what made Jaws a psychological thriller, even though it wasn't supposed to be that way. The shark was supposed to be in the movie way more than it actually was, but when the shark only ended up working for 10 days out of a 180-day production, Steven Spielberg had to get real creative. The one and only Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives. That beige and white house with columns belonged to Gabrielle Solis, who was played by Eva Longoria. Now Gabrielle's closest neighbor is 2 doors down on the left-hand side. This time we're going to be seeing another beige and white house on the left with brick in front of it. That belonged to Susan Delfino, who was played by Terry Hatcher. Coming up on the right-hand side, a beautiful 2-story blue and white house belonged to Brie Vanderkamp, who was played by Marshall Cross.
So this one right here was from Animal House?
The house here was also the house.
Sorry guys, I don't mean to interrupt.
From Beethoven, the dog house?
Yeah, right there.
Doesn't that look like Dominic Toretto's Charger from Fast and Furious? Okay, so that's not supposed to be there, guys. Give me 1 second, I gotta try to call this into security. Student tour to security. We're gonna keep this show rolling here, because we're officially in the most magical part of our backlot. Whoville from Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh, styrofoam. Yeah, 2 million linear feet of styrofoam actually. Take a look at those little cars on the lot. Golf carts. Also covered in styrofoam. This is an amazing example of just how great Ron Howard is as a director. Once he has a vision, he utilizes his resources and he puts together an amazing set. Unfortunately, he needs to work on being just a little bit better of a location scout because he placed the poor, helpless little Who's right next door to the Bates Motel. And Norman Bates is not the most convenient of neighbors, guys, but you know what? It's fine. He's actually not as bad as he seems. I just actually was working with him not so long ago on some. Oh, there he is. Oh no, guys, I'm a little concerned. We're gonna just stay here. I want to make sure that he's okay. Like I said, I've been working with him lately. I want to make sure he's. Oh my gosh. Is that Betty? Oh no. They just went on a date yesterday. Okay, guys, just don't make eye contact. Norman, look at me. Norman, look at me. No, what are you doing? No, Norman. Oh my gosh. We're gonna breathe in relaxation. And we're gonna exhale all that crazy. Now, unfortunately, we're not out of the woods just yet. We have to pass by his mother up here in the cycle house. Guys, if you see her, you're most likely gonna see her sitting up there in that 2nd story window. And she sits in her rocking chair. I don't think she's left her rocking chair. She needs some friends. Oh my gosh. Now, of course, the most disastrous family in all of cinema history lives right next door to a disaster zone. Welcome to the disaster zone from War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. If you guys take a look out to your left-hand side, that airplane is a real Boeing 747 that was ripped apart into several different pieces and driven out here. Now, when this was a brand new set on the Universal backlot, can you believe that pilots flying in and out of the Burbank Airport used to fly over this and call it as a plane crash? They thought it was real. Take a look around at the ground. All the debris you're seeing are things that once belonged to the cast and crew of War of the Worlds, the pots and pans, the plates, the helmets, the luggage, even the cars.
Let me clue you in on 2 things, sweet cheeks. 1, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And 2, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out.
Great.
Other than that, enjoy the ride.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, stink pickle.
Ew.
I'm so tired of you.
Welcome to Fast and Furious Supercharged. We're just waiting on some intel so we can see exactly what we're supposed to be doing next.
This is all new. Yeah.
First of all, I don't work for you. Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
Shut up. It's about to get real interesting.
This is our turn. Okay, guys, it's showtime.
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away.
Don't worry, I got this. Head for the bridge. Under construction. Everybody hold on. Ride and die.
Backlot tour was pretty fun. I am kind of bummed because I didn't realize that the camera stopped recording at some point during Fast and Furious. I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see all of it, but I was just like looking at everything and then I looked down and the camera's like, I'm not recording. And I was like, oh man. Here's some stuff that is shooting on the backlot here. Holy cow! Universal Hollywood, right? That was a lot of fun. We had so much fun. This was just the first half of the day. The second half of the day gets better. This one we went on the backlot tour, which was amazing, like the Tram tour. We got to see Kong 360, which we think that our Kong here that's coming to Orlando will have that 360 tunnel in it. It's gonna be a very small portion of the ride. It's a 6-minute long ride in Orlando. That was just like maybe a minute worth there. So I'm excited for that. Fast and the Furious was a lot of fun. It was cool to see all of like the filming locations and all the history that you got to see on the backlot tour. Amazing. The Mummy, fantastic roller coaster. And we got to save the world with the Transmorphers. So we will see you guys tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.